Yeah, wow, that was great to win that game, and it was kind of a wild game being down 6-0, 7-1, putting a six spot up to be able to come back and tie it 7-7. I think it shows a lot of heart, toughness, and grit from our offense. Not just one guy passing the torch, if you will, and having good at bats and believing in themselves to getting back in the game. And credit to our guys, just like I said, just believing as a whole group, and then being able to come back today to be able to seal that victory after having to sleep that off, and think about that game all night, if you will, more or less. And then to show up today hungry. Romero goes out there in the top of the 14th, gets a 1-2-3 inning. That energy coming off the field, and it was great. We get a hit by pitch by Peraza. We bunt him over. And then we're able to seal the deal in that first inning today. So super proud of our guys to be able to do that, and that shifting that momentum into game two.
Ian Churchill in game one, even though it was kind of last night, 6 innings, no hit ball, no runs. I mean, it really, I would say, saved the bullpen, really helped you guys out in that game and helped you in today's game.
Yeah, talking about Churchill, did a heck of a job, and he's been unbelievable in the bullpen for us. 6 innings, no hits, just pounding the zone, and it's awesome to have a guy like Ian here in this program. He's pitched in the College World Series. He's been in a big time program, so he's been on that in that stage, and in that leadership that he's passing on to our younger guys, not only the pitching staff but also the hitters too. I think, as a position player, you see that guy on the mound. The guys are fired up to see him pitching for us in big spots. So can't say enough about what he did for our team.
Talk to us about the process of last night, curfew, and what the conversation was like as the game went on. Of when you guys were going to shut it down, because Church actually ran out there for potentially the seventh inning. Thought you could get one more inning of work there.
Yeah, Church, with that curfew, Church wanted to pitch again today, and continue the game on. That's just how he is, which you love as a coach. But yeah, you tell your guys that expect the unexpected things that happen. And you never know what's going to happen, right? And life throws you a curveball. Life challenges you. We talk about that in our program a ton. And we had to deal with that, and overcome that, and again, our guys walking in the building this morning, you just had that feel that, oh, okay, all right, they're taking ownership of this, and they're gonna grab the bull by the horns and run with it, and it was gratifying as a coach to see that and believe that, through your team, and that's all you can ask for.
Down 7-1. What was the message to the team there?
Quality at bats. Down 7-1, we just continue to do what we do and believe in our process, and that's all you can control. You can control the controllables, and having good at bats, quality at bats, pass the torch, get the next guy up, and not try to do too much. And I think that's the biggest thing within our team right now is you get some success, you get some homers, you get some doubles, you got to go back to the basics and stay within ourselves, and I think we did a good job of that.
There was, whether it be Tajero who ties it up, Allen who wins it, but I go back to Kevin Sim. It's a play in the, I think it's the eighth inning in the field where he flips it with his glove to home plate, prevents a run, keeps it 1 run. You guys come back and tie it, eventually win it.
Yeah, talking about that sim play in the eighth, and back to the defense, and it's that grit, it's that heart, and I had a good view of that watching him run in on that ball, and it was total confidence, it was total conviction, and Sim, just so proud of him on both sides of the ball. He's played a great first base for us this year. He's saved a lot of runs. He's made great picks over there from our infielders. But just see that grit coming from him, on that play, and shoveling it to Ricketts, who did a great job of taking. It's a hard play for a catcher too, coming out of the glove, up in the air, and being able to stay with the catch and the tag. It was a bang bang play, and I thought Caleb did a heck of a job making that tag.
Transition to game two of the series, a 1-0 winner. An old school pitchers duel. Jack was talking about his clean box score. No substitutions of any kind. 9 guys versus 9, 10 versus 10 guys. Um, what's a game like that to you as a manager? Describe for us, how you go through a game like that where your guys throwing up zeros and and their guys throwing up zeros not only in the run column but the hit column as well.
Well, talking about this second game, winning 1-0. There's so many thoughts that go through your head as a coach. First off, Bryson Motz is unbelievable. You don't see that all the time. And wow, what a cool moment to see him throw 9 complete innings in this day and age. You don't get to see that a lot, and just so proud of Bryson. And he hit that 5th, 6th inning. And you can see him. We've talked about it a lot. Coach Flores says it a lot about he was being left-handed, and being left-handed meaning he was just pitching, and he caught himself there, got behind a couple guys, and then just continued to cruise the rest of the game, believing in himself and believing in his stuff and executing pitches. And that was so fun to watch him go out there and do what he's capable of doing. And then on top of that, to see the belief and the grit and the fight our guys had with Diego Barrera. That guy pitched an unbelievable game for LMU. I think he had a no-hitter through 6. And, it was an old-fashioned pitcher's duel, like you said. But to see our guys hang in there, hang tough, and to get that victory on our side when, the last couple of weeks we got walked off at Portland, got walked off at USF. And it's, you get punched in the mouth, and it was gratifying to see our guys be on the other side of it, especially after a performance from Brycen Mautz like that today.
Offensively, Costello is going through a little bit of something he hasn't experienced before in his career. How important is it, for a kid like him to still be contributing to the team and taking some sacrifices when he knows, in the back of his mind, he might be in a slump, but he's still helping out the ball club?
Well, I think it says a lot about Jack Costello, about all of our guys, not just Jack, but all of our guys, and how close they are as teammates and as a brotherhood. And they're going to do whatever it takes to win. They love to win. They love to compete. And to see Jack get 2 sack bunts down today, and it was confident, it was cool, calm, collective, and in the moment, shows the toughness from Jack too as well. And I think that shows everybody else on our team as well. Like, hey, Jack gets the big hits. Jack drives guys in. He hits doubles. He hits homers. He hits for high average. And like you said, he's going through a little phase here where he could have felt sorry for himself, but it was great to see him pull through and really have selfless at bats and get those 2 sack bunts down.
Was getting 2 walk-off wins in the same day, a conference game, and a team you're battling for second place for at this point in time. What does that do for a college baseball team moving forward?
Yeah, getting the 2 walk-off wins, it just goes to show you it doesn't happen all the time. And it doesn't happen all the time the other way. You never take winning for granted. It's hard. Winning is exceptionally hard. And you gotta have things go your way, and you gotta believe. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in the team, and that's something that our guys are doing, and they're fighting through it, man. I mean, like I said, we got walked off at Portland on the road. We got walked off at USF. Those games could have gone either way, and you can get that pit feeling in your stomach and feeling sorry for yourselves. But our guys come out and compete today like they did, and they were able to be on the other side of it, and I think that helps us momentum moving forward and gives us a little bit of that extra confidence that we needed.
Talking about Tuesday with the interesting week, obviously a short week was Easter on Sunday. You got back-to-back short weeks. Motz usually pitches Saturdays, pitches Friday. You got Rennie, your usual Friday starter, pitching tomorrow. What do you want to see out of Garrett Rennie with the 2-game lead in the series?
Yeah, talking about the short week and talking about our starting pitching, and I think it's a good little shake-up for Garrett. Give him an extra day off this week. And I think that momentum that you're talking about will allow Garrett to, go out there and kind of be who he is. And be who he is that tough, relentless pitcher that we have that can pound strikes and get guys off balance and give us a best shot to go out there and win tomorrow and hopefully take a sweep.
And again, just for folks who don't maybe watch Bryson Motz pitch all the time, but complete game shutout, 8 more strikeouts. He's among the leaders in the nation. Just what he's all about and how would you describe him for folks out there?
Yeah, talking about Bryson Motz, I mean, I think, coming in as a young freshman, could have probably stayed back his senior year at Westview, and to see him really evolve into the guy, a Friday night guy, one of the best pitchers in the country. Credit to him and credit to Coach Flora for really working together and turning himself into a 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, change. He's got swing and miss stuff, and then his confidence is really exudes out of him. And I think today showed a lot of that with Bryson getting over that fifth, sixth inning. I know the last couple of weeks being on the road, he had some trouble there in the fifth and sixth, but he really powered through that and showed his toughness and tenacity. And he's one of the best, I would say, out there.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Moving parts and everything being different.
Yeah, I just try to keep my same routine. It was obviously a little weird doing it in the bullpen while the game was going on, but got a little energy boost from the guys with the walk-off win to get me started.
Once the game started, obviously, you were scheduled to go against a really good pitcher in Diego Barrera. You guys, trading blows back and forth. In your career, I don't know how many times you've been a part of a game like that, but what is it like to, kind of get that major league experience of, trading blows with another good starting pitcher on the other side?
Yeah, it's really fun. He did an amazing job today, and we came out on top, which was huge, and hats off to him for doing what he did and going no hit for so long. But it's good energy boost, like again from earlier, and just keep me really competitive.
What was it like for you? I mean, he's working quick, you're working quick. You didn't have too much downtime when you got to the dugout. How did you, stay fresh for 9 innings?
Yeah, just try to stay present and make the most of my time in between innings. It was a little quick, but it kind of kept me fresh, so I'd be able to get out there and pick up where I left off.
A couple times, you got some guys on, but you didn't panic and you let your defense do your work. And for a guy like you that has so many strikeout numbers, you're starting to use double plays and letting guys fail on their own. Has that been a different mindset for you? Have you pitched a little bit different when you're starting to see a little bit more, different results instead of just getting strikeouts or getting guys out in different ways?
Yeah, we've kind of had a staff thing going on where we're trying to limit at-bats to 4 pitches, and buying into that has helped me use my defense a little more. And with guys like Cody out there, like someone I can always rely on to make plays for me.
As the game was going on, and obviously, and your pitch count and not being going 9 before, what was the conversation like with you, Coach Flo, Coach Ungricht about getting the ball another inning, and are you just going to keep asking for the ball?
Yeah, it's just how you feeling? Feeling good. All right, go out there, try and keep it quick.
After that final out in the ninth, you made it through 9 innings. How was your body feeling? And how are you feeling now after achieving such a pretty good accomplishment there?
I felt pretty good, just adrenaline rushing and knowing what we're capable of with a little Fowler magic and knowing that we were going to walk it off. So that felt really good.
Bryson, good job.
Thank
Sweet.
you, Bryson.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, kind of weird game yesterday. Down pretty early, 7-1, I think it was. Found a way to tie it up. And then being able to flip it over to our bullpen today, we were pretty confident in Ivan and pretty confident that we were going to be able to scrape a run over. We did it soon. And then second game, battled whole game. Bryson pitched a hell of a game for us and found a way to win.
Let's talk about the first game. Ivan comes in 1, 2, 3. You led off the inning. What was it like? In the dugout, you guys saying, "Let's end it now," and what was the conversation like?
Yeah, I mean, the sooner the better. Obviously, save Ivan a couple innings, but big bunt by I think it was Cody. That was huge. Something that won't show up in the stat sheet, but that was huge. And then turning over to Dustin not having to do too much. It was pretty ideal. It was San Diego baseball.
What was that 30 minutes like? You just want to walk off, storm the field, then you got to get ready.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. I don't think I'd ever experienced that, but we pretty much came in, ate, stretched a little bit, and then we're ready for the second game.
Obviously, Motz did really well. You guys had to face Barrera. What made Barrera so good today? And challenge for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, worked quick. I think some of us found ourselves down 0-2 pretty quickly. He was able to pound us in, go away, and flip over that slider when he had to. In the end, I mean, Caleb had a pretty big hit. We were looking for that big double, something to get a runner in scoring position. But credit to that guy. He pitched a hell of a game.
When somebody's working fast like that against you or the rest of the lineup, what do you guys do offensively to try to slow them down and try to work the at bat back into your favor?
Yeah, I mean, we tried our best to call for call for time with the blue, but he was pretty adamant on getting us in the box, so that made it kind of tough. And it's also tough when you can't get guys on base. Obviously, he's working pretty quickly, but take our pitches and swing at strikes when we need to. But again, credit to that guy.
What do you think about Motz today?
Motz shoved. He CG. It's pretty hard to tell how good he is from the outfield, but I mean from the swings that the other guys were taking and the big double plays that he had, it looked like he was locked in.
Bottom of the ninth, Ricketts is up to lead off. You know you're coming up soon. Once he hits that double, what's your mindset now with the runner on the winning run on second base and a couple guys in front of you in the order?
Yeah, I mean I had that situation a couple innings prior. Struck out. Next AB, just trying not to do too much. I knew he was going to leave something over the plate. Kind of made a mistake with that slider, left it up a little bit, and just put a good swing on it.
And then proceeded to party the night.
Yeah, that was fun. 2 in 1 day. I don't think I've ever experienced that.
Angelo, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was definitely something new, something we never experienced before. Of course, if we had the option, we'd want to just keep going. Like we felt like we had the momentum, and then, I mean, game ended, but we knew we were in a good spot. Like we had plenty of arms, and we always have trust in our bullpen. And I mean, at the plate, it was just thinking about passing it to the next guy, one guy at a time, just playing Torero baseball, controlling what we can control, and then obviously it was ideal to get the leadoff guy on and then just play our execution game, which we work so hard in. And then we've definitely played a lot in the fall and played early turnarounds to prepare us for this type of moment. So it was no moment too big for us, and we were ready to go, and we had great dugout energy, and that helped us a lot, definitely.
Coach Ungricht talked about there's no time in baseball. A lot getting down 7-1 early in a game that, not to say it's a must win, but it's close to a must win. How are you guys able to answer what Coach Ungricht says each and every day in this program and ultimately walking that game off?
Yeah, I think a big thing is not forcing anything, especially with that big of a deficit. I mean, it's just one AB at a time and just controlling what we can control. I think we had bases loaded inning prior to that, and Chase smokes the ball up the middle, and the guy makes a good play on it. It's not much we can do about that, but we know, like, putting ourselves in that situation is, like, we're comfortable with kind of where we're at because we know we're doing our job. We're having selfless at-bats, and we're just passing it to the next guy. So we're just not trying to do too much when we get in those bases loaded situations and just getting our pitch to hit and putting a good swing on it and then just going from there.
Church went 6 innings last night in relief, didn't even allow a hit. What did you see out of Church, and how big is it, for you guys to see a guy come out of the pen and really give you guys an opportunity to win in a game that you were down big early?
Yeah, Church was unbelievable out of the pen. He's been great out of the pen for us in all his appearances, and having a guy out there just pound the strike zone and have trust in his stuff, it's really nice to play defense for him. Definitely when he's keeping guys off balance, he's throwing hard, throwing secondary pitches, and him just locking it in for 6 innings, which he hasn't been used to in a while. He hasn't started in a while. That was huge for us, and that's just great momentum when you have a guy out there who's just willing to just keep busting his butt and keep going for us.
Play center field, you got arguably the second best viewpoint of anybody to watch your pitching staff go. Talked about Churchill, Motz goes 9 today. I mean, a pitching battle back and forth. What did you see out of Brycen today, and a big reason why he was successful from your vantage point?
Yeah, I think it goes back to pounding the zone and trusting his stuff, and Motz just going out there and doing Motz things. Just complete confidence on the mound, and that just translates into our defense, and you just want to make plays for him, definitely. And when he just pounds his zone like that, it's really hard to get something going against him with all the stuff he has, and definitely glad he's on our side. So
very similar situation, game 1, game 2. Peraza gets on, he gets the second on a balk, he gets the third on a bunt. You come up, as the inning is developing in the bottom of the 14th, how are you preparing yourself for your at-bat?
yeah, definitely just trying to keep things simple. I mean, coach always likes to talk about in those situations the pressure is on the pitcher. So that definitely gives you much more confidence when you're in the box. just to not do too much, get your swing off and on your pitch, and go from there. You just control what you can control, and I got my pitch, put my swing on it, and was glad I found a hole.
You had one out, and Peraza's on third. Infield was empty. Outfield was also really. Were you trying to hit a sac fly? Did that affect you at all, or was it? I'm just going to focus on me right now.
It was more of I was just gonna focus on what I can control. I didn't really want to change my swing or feel like I had to do something, because if I hit the ball hard and they made a play on it, I had plenty of guys behind me that I know would get the job done and pick me up.
Congrats.
Thank you, Dustin.
Awesome. Thank you.